Welcome to this week's Sexy Saturday, and I want to address a topic that comes up occasionally. We see it in the community where a woman decides she's asexual and not interested in sex with anyone. Typically, this is bullshit. Only 1% to 1.5% of the population actually is asexual, so it's statistically unlikely. It's typically used as an excuse to avoid sex. And the challenge is the rest of the relationship amazing? Because I would argue typically it's not. But let's look at both scenarios. A partner decides they're asexual and is not interested in sex. You're fighting all the time. They are argumentative, they're unpleasant, they're disrespectful. You need to really evaluate, why are you staying married to them? Because quite honestly, I don't hear a reason to, okay? Now you've got to do the work, you've got to level up, you got to get to a point where you decide option 3. You divorce them and you're happy. Because you shouldn't be subjecting yourself to that kind of behavior. Let's look at the other option. They're claiming they're asexual and the marriage in all other aspects is perfect. I have not ever run into anyone who said this, but let's imagine it happens. So then the question becomes, should you live a sexless life? And I would argue no. And since your partner is not interested in sex, I would recommend you explain to them you love him, you guys got a great relationship, you're going to take care of this need with somebody else, you will be respectful, and, but you don't want a divorce. Again, I don't think anyone should live a sexless existence. Now, the 2 times I know of where people have done this, suddenly the partner was like, well, then I'm going to have sex with, whether it was a woman or a man, which again proves they're not asexual and they were lying, okay? It's just one of those things. If you truly had a loving, deeply intimate relationship and they became asexual and everything else was great, why should they care if you're taking care of that need elsewhere? Think about that. They shouldn't. But all of a sudden it's a big deal, or they say they want to have sex with somebody else. They've proven they were lying. So some things to think about. Hopefully none of you will ever find yourself in this situation. Remember, only 1% of people are actually asexual. And this is not new. Kinsey, in his research, found 1.5% way back when. So have a sexy Saturday. And we'll talk to you next week.